Welcome to the CabBuilder video tutorial series. In this video, we will explore the differences between ProKitchen's Global Options Legacy Mode and CabBuilder's Native Design Options Mode, how to enable them, and when you will want to use one over the other. Global options are presets that define your cabinets on a design-by-design basis so that CabBuilder knows what materials, finishes, and constructions to assign a specific job. The two modes, ProKitchen's Global and CabBuilder's Design Options, are two different ways of assigning them. ProKitchen's Global Options Legacy Mode works by allowing you to limit or restrict the global options available for a custom catalog that you create within CabBuilder. This is the first step in preparing this catalog to be integrated with ProKitchen. When a ProKitchen user opens up this catalog that you have created, they will only see the options that you have set for that catalog. In this way, the designer or dealer can only choose the global options that you intend. For example, you would only show material assignments that you use in your shop, which would keep the user from selecting incorrect materials. CabBuilder's Design Options is the native mode. It allows you to select any options available within your account and enables the use of design groups. If CabBuilder's Design Options mode is easier to design with, then why switch to ProKitchen's Global Options? The reason is ProKitchen works on its own native mode without support for CabBuilder's Design Options. So if you wish to send a CabBuilder catalog to ProKitchen, then you must first turn on ProKitchen's Global Options. This will build the layers of compatibility that ProKitchen will need in order to work with CabBuilder libraries. So if you will be sharing your CabBuilder catalog with a ProKitchen user, you will first need to turn on the ProKitchen's Global Options mode. You can do this by opening the Application Settings, selecting the General tab at the top left, then at the bottom of the list on the right, go ahead and select the drop-down list for the default Cabinet Options mode and select ProKitchen. Then select the Apply button at the bottom to save. Now I will open up a catalog that I have created titled Starter for ProKitchen, and then select the Edit Catalog button right below it. Then I'll take a look at the top and you will see several buttons available. We'll select that second one over, which will allow you to create global options. This section allows you to set which global options will be included for these cabinets in your catalog, giving you control over what the ProKitchen designer can and cannot select. On the left is a list of categories that you can choose to make available by clicking on the checkbox, and on the right, you can choose the specific options that will be available for that category. I'll start with the construction method, and as an example, we'll select a couple of methods: the sample framed butt joint standard overlay and the sample frameless butt joint recessed back. Then I'll repeat this for every other option that we want to have available. Drawer box construction, I'll select Sample Rabbited Drawer Box. For the finish, I'll select the All button at the top left so that all the finishes will be available. I will do the same for the door and interior finish as well by selecting the All button at the top so that all the finishes will be available for those as well. For cabinet material assignment, I'll select the Sample Birch Plywood and the Sample Oak Plywood cabinets. Drawer box material assignment, I'll set to birch plywood and maple hardwood. For the door assignment, I'll select the sample door assignment. For hinges assignment, the Bloom clip framed overlay and the frameless overlay hinges. For guides assignment, I'll set it to Bloom tandem partial extension and Bloom Movento full extension. Next, you'll see the upper door, lower door, and drawer styles available. This changes the look of the doors and drawer fronts. However, if you will be needing a cut list for your cabinets, you would then skip these style options and choose the upper and lower door and drawer construction options instead. So I'll click on the Select All button for the door and drawer construction options. The next three on the list are glazing, sheen, and finish technique, which are all 3D finish effects on the cabinets that CabBuilder does not have at this time. So I will leave these unchecked for now. For our doorknobs, I'll select all, and for the drawer knobs, I'll select all as well. Cabinet legs I will keep unchecked because we won't be using any legs for this design. And lastly is the pricing group. This global option has an impact on the base cabinet price only within CabBuilder and not within ProKitchen. So we will leave this setting off before publishing our catalog. Then I'll select the Save button at the bottom to save these global options. Now let's go back to the design and I'll place a cabinet from that new catalog and take a look at my global options. I'll select the starter for ProKitchen catalog, and here you will see that my options are limited to what I had set up. For example, the only construction methods I can currently choose from are the sample framed butt joint standard overlay and the sample frameless butt joint recessed back. Or if we take a look at the cabinet material assignment, here again we only see two options, sample birch plywood and oak plywood cabinets. This should give you a better idea of what a user will see in their ProKitchen design as well. Once this catalog is published and then accepted in ProKitchen, the ProKitchen user can go ahead and create their design. After that, they can import that design back into CabBuilder in order to create their cut lists, reports, etc. Since this design was created in ProKitchen, the software will automatically trigger the ProKitchen Global Options mode to be turned on. You can see here in the attributes at the right that our ProKitchen's global options are currently on. However, if needed, we can also switch back to the CabBuilder design options mode by simply unchecking this box to turn it back off. In conclusion, the global options are those presets that help you to define your cabinets by setting what materials, finishes, and constructions will be utilized for a particular job. If you plan to integrate with ProKitchen, then you'll want to set those up using the ProKitchen's Global Options Legacy mode. If not, you will want to utilize the CabBuilder's Native Design Options mode to assign those preferences. Thank you for watching, and we will see you in the next video. For more video tutorials, please visit our website at www.cabbuildersoftware.com/training. Thank you.